kurya ni ibibazo ahandi dufata isukari tugashyiramo amazi tukanywa amazi arimo isukari kugira turebe ko twaramira ubuzima ni ukuri pe. ariko twavuze namubwiye ati sheringa Imana yaratwibagiwe tukubera iki Imana ni umugome kora ko n'ibibazo dufite aha ngaha arige dufata ibibazo dufite mu rugo ari umugore n'umugabo kavuga ati haba ari undi muntu ufite ibibazo nk'ibyo dufite ni ukuri yakwiyahura.
We honestly ask ourselves which person in our life matters the most. However much everyone will try to push you away from that person, your heart always knows what it wants, and love always wins. He is called Jack. He is sick and part of his body doesn't work. She is called Kenya, his wife. Well, we have told a lot of love stories, but this might be the saddest ever. What these two are going through is hard to believe that it even ever happened. Jack and this lady met on social media. She did not know that the handsome man she was talking to and she was dying to have is disabled. Her family got against their relationship. She had to sell all her clothes just to get money to come and meet the man of her dreams. When they met, she was shocked, and this is their story. It is not our first time visiting Jack. It is our second. About a year ago, we visited him when he just got sick. In the beginning, he was born as a normal and fine boy. He later started growing up, and this is when he noticed that he was a talented football player. His football career was successful and he was a known footballer, but this did not happen for long because he was doing 2 jobs at a time, which were very tiresome and resulted into something bad. Since he worked at a store and later went to play football in the evening, his body was getting tired and rest was not something that he was used to. One day, something really bad happened and this ruined his life forever. He was walking back home after a long day of work when he decided to pass by a salon to have a haircut. When he sat down, he woke up a month later in the hospital and the right side of his body was paralyzed. He couldn't believe that this was happening to him. The moment he woke up, the doctors came and started talking to him, trying to find out how he was feeling. Unfortunately, he could hardly say anything and it was obvious that his tongue also had got a problem. The doctors told him that due to overworking himself and not having rest, this really affected his brain and health at the same time. He was now suffering from a stroke. A stroke occurs when the blood supply of part of the brain is interrupted or reduced, preventing the brain tissue from getting oxygen and nutrients. Brain cells begin to die in minutes and it is a medical emergency. After a month, it was obvious that he was now jobless. He was carried back home and some of his friends that played football together with him used to often visit. By the time we came to visit him, it had been a year since he had been sick. Since he was at home all the time, he always used to use his phone with his left hand because the right one was paralyzed. He was using Facebook and one day is when he found Kenya's account and she says that she thought that he was normal due to the pictures that he always posts that proved that he was okay. Literally, these were the pictures of him before he got sick. Their relationship kept on getting stronger and stronger as time went by.
Jack twamenyanye kuri Facebook. None tumaze kumenyana kuri Facebook, ducata ariko nyine zakumbwira ko afite ikibazo cy'imvune ko yagize ikibazo cy'imvune. Nja kubyakira ariko ngumva ko ari imvune nyine idakanganye nyine ari ibintu biraho ngaho.
They later planned about meeting in person and Jack was so scared that this girl was going to find out the truth about him. He told her that he was sick, but according to what she says, she did not know that it was this serious. She was then on her way to come and meet the man of her dreams. She was ready to love and live with him forever, but when she landed her eyes on him, she couldn't believe that this man couldn't even walk on his own. She was completely shocked and did not know what to do. Tears started rolling down from her eyes and she got mad at him. She at least asked Jack to tell her the truth if he was born this way, because now she could not believe the pictures that she used to see on social media. He gave her the pictures of him in a football team. She felt sorry for him and she decided to live with him for a couple of days and help him out because he really needed it. She lived with him for about a week, but life for them was not at all easy. She had to feed him, shower him, wash his clothes, and other things of that sort. Literally, there was nothing that he could ever do for himself. Just after 1 week, she was tired and she had to leave. She said that this was never going to work out for them. She cooked a lot of food for him that he was going to feed on for some days. She left and promised never to come back again. On her way home, she was thinking about how the poor man was going to ever live on his own. She kept on making herself believe that everything was going to be fine. When she got home, she did not have peace at heart. Jack kept calling her on the phone and she never stopped thinking about him. She decided to tell her parents about it. The moment they knew that their daughter was in love with a disabled man, they were not at all happy about this. She decided to come back to Jack and asked her family for transport money, and they totally refused to help her. She had to find a way on her own, and Kenya sold all the clothes she had so that she could get money to come back to Jack. Soon, she was on a bus to his town, but she was crying and regretting why she ever decided to come back. Jack was starving. When she got here, she immediately had to help out and cook food for him. She decided to live with him forever as her husband. She thought that the worries that they had were done, but she did not know what was coming. She later started feeling a lot of pain in her belly and she took some medicine from a local clinic, but this changed nothing. She was transferred to a bigger hospital and this is where she was told what was really happening to her. Actually, her uterus was very sick. The ovary on the right side was rotting and the fallopian tube on the left was also blocked. She immediately needed surgery. The only money that they had was supposed to treat one of them. The husband needed his daily treatment and the wife needed immediate surgery. Each one of them wanted the other to go first. Kenya pretended like she was fine so that Jack could have the treatment first, and Jack also wanted Kenya to have the treatment first. The doctors advised this couple and told Kenya to go first because she needed surgery immediately since her condition was getting worse and would die soon if she wasn't treated. This is what happened. She was taken in for surgery and they removed the ovary that had become a problem. Now, both of them were dying because she needed a second surgery to unblock the fallopian tube on the other side. Her husband's condition was also not getting any better. The worst of all is that they had been abandoned by both their families. When Jack's family heard that Kenya wasn't able to give birth, they chased her away from this home. She refused to leave Jack after all that they had been through. His family asked him to choose between them and his wife. Jack chose his wife over his family because they had also abandoned him in the first place. They lived together, but they couldn't even afford food. They could get water, add sugar to eat, and this is what they used to drink so that they could be able to survive on the next day. They also have a lot of debts from friends who are tired of helping this couple. She then decided to go and start working so that they could be able to get food. The only job that she could do was helping out on a building site where she earns less than $1 on a daily basis. This is what they use to buy the water and sugar that they need because it is never enough to buy food. This is the horrible life that they are living in today. They are requesting for help to get advanced treatment since no one is on their side now. They really do not have hope of life anymore since they are going to be thrown out of the house because they cannot afford to pay rent. The funds that will be used to give them advanced treatment will be donated via Giving Life. A link that is in the description of this video and pinned in the topmost comment by Afrimax English. Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. This is Afrimax English. Do not forget to subscribe.